In the Philippines, because we have around 47,000 schools, in terms of connectivity, it's a wide range. We have schools who are connected to the internet and they're maximizing technology, they're maximizing learning management systems and learning programming. So you have those types of lighthouse schools. Then you have schools who are in remote villages or remote areas where even power is not available to them. And the biggest challenge for us as the Department of Education is to ensure that no school gets left behind. Some of the critical solutions that we have right now, we're partnering with the Department of ICT, where they're committed to make the infrastructure, build the infrastructure so that these schools who are in these remote islands get the connectivity that they need. We are also working with local ISPs and the larger national telecommunications providers to really assess if they could provide that level of connectivity in our schools. One of the things when our office got started, the Education Features Office, our first mission was to look at digitalization strategy as a whole. When you look at digitalization, it goes beyond devices, it goes beyond connectivity, but it really looks at how do we transform digital learning inside the classrooms for teachers to accomplish. And when we've been doing multiple stakeholder conversations and dialogues, one key theme that has emerged is that pedagogy and teaching and learning has to be front and center in our digital strategy. So I think that's what our key priority is. We're imagining what does it look like for personalized learning? What does it look like if you're a school that has climate disruptions almost every month, and then you have to cancel schools, you have to increase connectivity, you have to increase the accessibility of your learning. Learning has to continue despite extreme heat or despite weather disruptions and typhoons. What does digital learning look like in schools that are urban areas that have 3,000, 5,000 students? And what does it look like in schools in rural areas that only have 10 or 15 students at a given time, and then students have to travel 10, 15 or 2 to 3 hours just to get to schools? We're not a Giga country yet, but we're observing and we're really keen to work with Giga. We have around 47,000 schools, and the amount of data that we deal with and the analysis that we need at a school level to analyze what are the requirements and what's the status of connectivity is a broad and a massive undertaking. And tools like Giga's mapping tool, where they're able to map and look at real-time connectivity status of school sites, is going to be tremendously helpful for us. But aside from the mapping, I know that Giga provides technical assistance on how to strategize the connectivity approaches that we have. And I think that's one key challenge that we also need is, I know through Giga's experience working in multiple contexts, we're looking forward to hearing and receiving some technical advice of how we could target particular areas or particular types of schools. Financing is also something that we're interested in. We're undertaking public-private partnerships. We're looking at, of course, loans and investments from development banks and overseas partners. But at the end of it all, whether from a national level or from a local level as well, Giga has some strategic advice on perhaps how to lessen the costs of service providers, how to negotiate better contracts with private sector providers, and how to use economies of scale to make it more viable for ISPs to provide quality internet to schools. The connectivity of our schools is also an investment in the connectivity sector of the Philippines as well. It will improve the number of jobs of network administrators or engineers. The local sector could also have an economic boost as well. These types of advice and insight is going to be tremendously useful for Philippines. So that's why we're looking forward to working with Giga.